Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. I want to start out today's video by showcasing a brand new coin that has just been released by the Royal Canadian Mint. And I knew you guys would like this one because it features one of the most infamous UFO incidents to ever take place in Canada, dare I say the rest of the world. A sighting that some 50 years later remains so unbelievable that the Canadian Royal Mint has actually created a coin based on it, and that of course is something called the Falcon Lake UFO incident. And so before we get to this coin here, if you guys haven't heard of this, well, it occurred back on May 20th, 1967, when a 51-year-old man by the name of Stephen Michalak was prospecting in Falcon Lake, Manitoba, when suddenly two UFOs appeared in the sky. The man described them as two cigarette-shaped objects with humps in the middle. One of the objects then landed near him, and he tried to see if there were any identifying marks on it, but there were not. And he assumed that it may have been some sort of experimental vehicle from the United States. And so a few seconds later, he said that what appeared as some sort of door from the craft opened. And as he walked closer to it, a bright light that was emitting from it became so hot that he immediately had to step away. That is when the man says that the door suddenly shut. As he attempted to stand back from this radiating heat from the object, he said that the craft then began rotating clockwise, and he noticed a grid-like exhaust vent on the side of it, which shot out a large amount of gas that actually set his clothes on fire. And as you're seeing from the images here that were taken by the local news at the time, the burns went through his shirt and actually appeared on his body. The man was disoriented. As a result of the incident, he tried to find his way back home, but his compass was not working. About 9 hours later, he finally stumbled back into his house, later going to the hospital complaining of pain and sickness due to the encounter, and for weeks, a strange sulfuric odor came from his body. And he was even tested for radiation, but the results came back negative. A few weeks later, Stephen and a friend went out looking for the original site where the UFO had been, and after several hours, it appeared that they had found a burned-out semicircle on the ground, as well as dead branches that were found scattered around the site. And to this day, no one has been able to explain what happened to him or what this unidentified object was. And as well, to this day, the Canadian government identifies the case as unsolved. And so, yeah, we've spoken about this case in the past, and it's one of the most bizarre and physical evidence-rich cases, especially when that physical evidence is on the eyewitness himself. In fact, after all of these years, after being hit by what he called this grid-like opening on the side of this craft, blasted with so much heat that it created these marks on his skin, after all of that time up until the point of his passing, the marks that you're seeing here actually stayed on his skin and never fully went away. So it was literally a reminder of just how real this sighting was. And it certainly reminds us of other up-close and personal sightings where people have gotten implants, marks on their bodies, and things of that nature. So that really drove this one home for me. And so the Royal Canadian Mint is now honoring this mysterious sighting some 50 years later with this pure silver coin that actually even glows in the dark, as you're seeing by this side-by-side comparison, which is, even more awesome. According to the website, there will only be 4,000 of the collector coins that are minted. Really cool stuff. Wanted to feature it here. You guys can check out the news story, and also let me know if any of you guys, or maybe your family members back in the day, experienced anything else like this in the Manitoba area. So in other news, I've got some mysterious new videos today, the first of which is a UFO sighting coming out of Brazil, captured in the city of Goiânia, of what can only be described as a strangely shaped unidentified object. So check this out.
Today
Okay, so yeah, I don't have many more details about this other than the relative location, where it was sighted, and for almost the entirety of the video, from what I can see, the object does not seem to be moving at all. So let's get the word out, and any of you guys in Brazil seen something similar, put it down below. Now, lastly today, I have a sighting that, according to the viewer, happened in the general direction of a military base in Miami, Florida, where this strange, bright flash of light totally lit up the sky.
Come back in. I got it. Come back in, translate. Put down the windows. Put up, put down. Fool, that looks like some electricity shit, bro. Do we have another?
The source of this said that this was in Miami, or towards Miami. Now, there is a U.S. Coast Guard base there. There is the Miami MEPS, the Colombian White Reserve. Now, he didn't say exactly which base, but he did say that the area that the light appeared was where he had seen training exercises in the past, from helicopters and jets flying over, but he had never seen a bright flash of light like this before. And it certainly does light up the entire sky, so it begs the question, what are they doing there? What would be the utility of such a large flash of light? Could this be coming from some sort of training exercise? And well, I want to ask that any people in the South Florida area, if you've seen this, or maybe can help us pin down what this could be, that would definitely be a big help to me as well as the viewer who witnessed this. So tell me what you guys think. With that, I'm going to jump off here today, and real quick before we go, I just want to feature this screen grab of a Taiwanese TV show that was caught featuring one of Secure Team's videos. So the viewer in Taiwan snapped this screen grab and sent it over to me, and I just have to say, that's awesome. In the past, we've been featured on CNN, Fox News, the BBC, Australian News, but I have to say, you have not made it, truly made it, until you are featured in Taiwan. So, really awesome stuff. I'm glad to see that my videos are that interesting, and that obviously this phenomenon, as well as the channel, is getting this global reach. So that's an awesome thing. You guys stay tuned. I've got much more in the works. If you'd like future updates as to when new videos are coming, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And remember, in the world of Secure Team, insomnia is king. You guys have a good night.